No assistants, nothing, just all her.
Can you imagine if you two like started a business together? Sorry. Not
I
trying to
You're
if you two started a
Dad's
business
like-
together, like what could happen? You guys would be unstoppable.
We can see her.
Come on in. Come on in.
Come on in.
Scoot in.
Hello, friends.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to another episode of The Chicks in Charge. We are so excited to have Tianna Mick. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Okay, Tianna Mick with us from Dealer Synergy. Welcome. Thank you so much for being on the show today. You just got done with your session.
Mm-hmm.
How was that?
It was amazing. There's so many amazing women here. They were kind of teaching me things, right?
Yep.
The audience is so interactive, and it's just nothing. It's my first time here, so it's nothing like I've experienced. So
Right.
It's really cool.
And you've done speaking at a lot of other conferences in the past. You had an amazing session at NADA that was like
Yes.
booked to the T. What was the what's the difference in those types of situations and crowds?
I mean, people laugh at me because I'm like, well, I don't know why I get more nervous talking to like 2 people versus like 200, 2,000, people. So at NADA, it was almost like so big, like me looking, and I was like so overwhelmed. So it's crazy. So being here, it's just really cool to be able to connect with everybody, network with everybody. Because at NAGA, you're just trying to hop from session to session to session,
And not have your feet fall off.
Exactly. That's what we were talking about in our heels. So it's amazing. Different experience. It's amazing.
And how long have you been in the auto industry?
Total of almost 7 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. And
Yes.
you're fairly young.
Yep.
I know that because I think we're right about the same time that we got in. You were raised in Utah. Like this was the first career you had?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I originally I was going to college, and I realized like how much my degree is going to be costing, and I was like, yeah, no thanks. So I was like, you can make more money selling cars.
Yes.
Without a degree.
Yes.
The amount of times we've heard this today, like
Yes.
we just it's the recurring theme that everyone joined the car business because like
You
that's
can
where the
make money
money is.
selling cars.
Yeah,
Right,
it's true.
So tell us a little bit about Dealer Synergy and what you guys do.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So Dealer Synergy is an automotive training consulting company firm. And what we do is you basically solve your dealership's biggest problem. So I like to say we're kind of like a doctor. We're never going to like just throw like a prescription at you without properly evaluating you.
Mhm.
So what we do is we really sit down, we look at your processes, we look at your training, we look at your people, and we see where the deficiencies are. And then that's where we kind of help.
That's
Yeah.
so
Perfect.
important. Yes.
How did you transition from dealership life to vendor life?
Oh,
And how long were you in the dealership before you transitioned?
good question. I was in there for 3 years. I sold Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and I sold Buick GMC.
Okay.
And within those 3 years,
Brands?
yeah, right. And what was the other question? I'm sorry, it's like
How
such
did you
bad
transition
ADHD.
from one to the other?
So I kind of looked at car sales as like my prerequisite schooling, kind of like college, right?
Right.
Because I knew my parents, they actually own Dealer Synergy. So my whole life, I've kind of been surrounded by automotive, literally, like subconsciously listening to different conference calls in the car,
Right.
being like, playing my little pink Nintendo DS, being like, oh my God, what are they talking about? But little to know that after selling cars for 3 years, the pandemic happened. My dealership, unfortunately, they shut down for 6 months.
Oh no.
And I was sitting there because we were in PA, and I was sitting there like, I need to do something, right? I need to sell something. I need to train somebody. I need to do something. So that's exactly where I was like, hey, now I think is a perfect time for me to help dealers, right? Instead of selling cars, let me start helping now.
So I know that your biggest claim to fame and what I feel like helped you get the most success was your use of social media and video.
Yes.
And do you feel like that was something that was like ingrained in you? Because I know that Dealer Synergy was known for training videos that you're like, okay, I already know I got to start off right here.
Exactly. No, I love it. Exactly what you said, because I had like that advantage of I know what a car salesperson should be doing, and because I've heard it all my life, and now I just have to embody that and be it.
Yes.
And so it exactly what you said. It just made it an easier click for me.
Yeah.
So
And you were like probably top salesperson at your store.
oh yeah.
Oh,
Well, here's my little saying. I'm like, you can't count my cars. You can weigh them, because I may be maybe number 2 or number 3, but I gross 10 times more than the
Right.
top salesperson. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
It's the trust that the automotive industry has in
Yes.
women.
Yep,
There's
absolutely.
not that many of us.
So
I know.
this is your very first Women in Automotive conference.
Yes.
What do you think so far?
It's amazing. I'm actually here with my dad, and we have a little joke because now he's like, I understand what you guys feel like now. He's like, I'm
Sean, come in here and say hi real quick. Come over here.
here's
Oh,
dad.
he's going.
I don't want to.
He's got to.
He's used to being on camera.
Here's dad.
Hello.
Y'all famous Sean Bradley.
So
You know what's funny? And I don't know that he and I have ever had this conversation. When I started, so I worked at 2 dealerships. The second dealership that I started with, they started me off on training videos, and they were Sean's videos. In like 2015.
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
That's funny.
So-
That's awesome.
So that's
Full
exactly.
circle.
That's why I'm
Thank
so
you,
comfortable on
Yeah,
video
go
because
ahead.
of this one. But we have like a funny joke now because now he's like, all right, I'm not going to give you any crap now. And I'm like, go network, go do
Yes,
this.
yes.
And I see a sea full of men and I'm like 5 foot looking
Oh,
at all
God.
of them. Now he's like, I understand
get
it.
it
It's a whole
now.
new perspective.
Yeah.
So that alone is just worth the triple.
Yeah.
So,
So-
what were your
No, go ahead.
What were your expectations coming into Women in Automotive? Not knowing much about it yet, not knowing what you were getting yourself into. What were you expecting?
Honestly, I kind of was expecting this, but it's a little more welcoming because I mean, we always say like we're gonna form safe communities and able to talk to each other, but this is an actual space that I feel like it's genuine and you can do that,
Right.
and it's not like, you know, everybody's just clicked up. We have guys here, we have obviously women
Yes.
here, so it's really cool to see like the allyship.
We have
too.
kids here.
Kids here,
Kids are here. We had kids,
Kids
from Northwood.
speaking.
kids
Yeah.
speaking.
13-year-olds speaking here. This is amazing. It's
Yeah.
truly amazing. And the theme for this year was championing change.
Yes.
That is so
What-
hard to say.
I know,
Championing
championing change.
change.
But what better way to do that than to start with having this younger generation here
Yes.
and allowing Kaylee to speak here?
Yeah.
I'm disappointed that we're missing her session, but I'm so excited to talk to her this afternoon because I'm excited to hear how it went and hear the
Yes.
feedback that everybody got.
Well, and I love seeing the people around our age. So I have gone to multiple women in
Yes.
automotive conferences in the past, and it felt too corporate and too old for me. And I felt like I was the outlier in being as young as I was. And seeing more people around our age, the 20 to 35s, is so amazing. And that we're finally bringing that younger crowd in and paving their pathway
Yes.
into
Yeah.
the future.
No, I love that you said that because even like you said, going to NADA, digital dealer, all these other, you know,
We're always the young
we're the young
I'm
ones, we're
30.
the
I'm
kids.
not even
Yeah.
in my 20s anymore, and I still feel like I'm the kid.
You're like, we're the young clicks, and it's almost like not a, you know, separating factor, but it kind of does separate us from the rest. And now we're like, you know, what are we gonna do? You know,
Right.
and but here it kind of eliminates all that. You
But
know,
if we think about everybody above us, like somebody has to fill those shoes, right? Like somebody has to do it. And if whenever the time comes for Veronica and Gary and Kathy to completely retire, if that time ever comes, you know, who's going to keep this alive? Who's going to keep the women
Who's the
in
baton getting passed to?
Yes, like
Yes.
who's the women in like, this has to stay. It can't just disappear. It can't go away.
No.
We have to have this in our industry.
Yeah, even just to get the clarity and like perspective of what we go through, right?
Yes.
For women to women too. There's some situations that we all go through that are completely different, but we're still women and we can learn from each other. And then obviously, like I said, having the allies, like the guys here,
Yes.
it just adds a whole other layer, and it's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what has been your biggest takeaway since being here?
My biggest takeaway, honestly, I liked Katie Mayer's session.
Okay.
Um,
And I wasn't in her session, so tell me a little bit.
I know, it was really
We
cool.
have missed so much.
So much.
So we've been making all amazing content.
Yes.
So the bottom line of her session is like, you know, when you walk out of this room today, don't say anything negative about yourself anymore. Like she was like, I want you to write down what you said to yourself this morning. And even myself, she was like, what did you say before you got on stage? And I was like, I'm nervous. Not, you know, I'm going to cry. I'm going to throw up. You know,
All the things.
all my hair looks, you know, all these things. And then she literally said like, if you're thinking that about yourself and you're planting that seed, imagine how you're carrying yourself.
Right.
Imagine how you're presenting yourself. Imagine how you're going to ask for that, you know, promotion.
Right.
You're not going to be as confident.
Right.
So I just love that. And that's what I love about women in automotive, because it's not just like, here's how you sell cars, right?
Right.
Raw.
It's raw,
It is.
emotional, and it's actually life skills that you can take anywhere with you. So that's, I loved her session.
I love that.
Well, thank you for sharing it with us because
I know.
we've been stuck in this hot corner all day.
Literally all day.
Not that it's a bad
With
thing.
a beautiful view.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is so pretty.
How
No,
no, it's a beautiful view. I love that we're getting to do this. It's such an honor that we were chosen to share our voices with the automotive industry and get to speak with everybody here. I mean, I've met so many people that I never knew just because they're being on the podcast and,
and people that don't go to other conferences.
Yeah.
Like that we've never met at other conferences.
Yeah.
It's been really, really eye-opening, and I'm so glad that we came. I'm so glad that we had the opportunity to do this.
Yeah.
You know, because it has definitely been a game changer for me. And even though I've been here podcasting, I've been able to talk to so many amazing women that have been having these keynotes and the sessions that you guys are doing. And you guys are bringing just so much value to every single person here.
I agree. I completely agree.
Will you be back next year?
Yes, I will be back every year.
Friends?
Every year.
With friends.
Okay. I think we need to see Chrissy here.
Yes.
I don't know where the hell she is, but why is she not here?
I know the number one car
Oh,
saleswoman in the
You
world.
guys, combo session at NADA, right?
Yeah,
That's why
yeah.
I
We had
can't
a
remember if it was
combo
there or a
session.
digital dealer.
Both.
Both.
Both. They were both.
All right,
Yeah.
we'll have to bring her next year.
Yeah, absolutely. She is literally the number one car saleswoman in the world, and
amazing.
it's mostly special finance. So that alone is amazing.
Crazy.
No assistance, nothing, just all her.
Can you imagine if you two like started a business together? Sorry. Not
I
trying to
You're
if
drunk
you
now.
two started a
Dad's
business
like-
together, like what could happen? You guys would be unstoppable.
Oh no, I'll have to talk after this.
Don't come.
Power goes out.
Yeah. Oh
I'm
no.
not involved in this part of the conversation, John. Oh, how funny. So, what if you could give one piece? Did I already ask that question? One piece of advice to
Everything's blending together.
to somebody coming into the automotive industry today. They just stepped their foot in the door. Male, female, young or old. What is it?
The number one thing, and it's basically what my session is about, is especially in automotive, you need to see yourself as your own business within the business, right? Because no matter what, if you cultivate your brand, your business, your audience, then regardless of what dealership you're at, regardless of where you go in life, right? Even if you stop selling cars and now you're a life coach, they're going to follow you. They're going to be with you. So my number one thing is make sure that you cultivate your audience. A little thumbs up. Make sure you cultivate your audience. Make sure you cultivate your audience. And the sooner you do it, the better, right? You don't have to be like, well, I'm new and I just started here a month ago.
Just
Do it.
do the damn thing.
Just do it. Yeah.
I love that. What is the easiest way for people to get in touch with you if they want to get to know you more or talk with you?
Yeah, so I'm on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Just look me up. T Got Your Keys. That's my social name and the brand that I built with them inside the automotive community. So look me up on Instagram, all that. But I also give you my phone number because a lot of people I give my phone number and they're like, that's not really her cell phone number. And then they call me and they're like, wait, is this T? I was like, yeah, I told you if you wanted to call me. So my cell phone number, regardless of if you want to meet up for the next event, right? Meet up for the next WIA, 610-607-3231, or my email, Tianna@dealersynergy.com. But honestly, I'm just here to help support and just like we were saying, right? Keep bringing up the younger generation up. So then that way it's our time to pass the batons, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, Tianna, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day. I know you've had a crazy busy day, but we really do appreciate you taking the time to sit and chat with us. In a world where you can be anything, be kind, because you don't know what battles others are facing. So when you go out into the world this week, remember to light it up. I'm Jess.
I'm Shasta.
And this is Tianna, and we are the Chicks in Charge. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Bye.
Yay, you've made it this far. And if you want to help the chicks out and add some value, make sure you subscribe right now.
Click that little red button down below. Do it. Do it now.